polls, 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 more polls, and reality. Polls and reality. Dayton Campbell putting out poll information. The Dana Hyde. Let's see if we can pack some of this very, very, very quickly, because the PMP people them asking me if the poll is real, and once the PMP people asking if poll real, it means that them harboring some kind of doubts in the back of them head and them not sure about it. Because people that are stupid as Dayton Campbell and Mark Golding take them to be, pardon me, and people want the truth, and if they ask you the question if the poll true, if the poll is real, it means that them don't believe you're telling them the truth. And that is that. I don't know what to expect or what to say to the PMP people in terms of what is being presented to the public as a poll, but I will try to analyze it, truthify it, and discuss it and tell you what I think and what I believe the truth to be and what the truth is about it. Alright, so I'm going to try to be as quick as possible. Hello everyone, Karen Cecilia here. How are you? How you all doing? I trust you're good. The heat is on, isn't it? Listen, my man, find a beach. You don't have to have the money. Just find a beach and go lie down. Well, you need that money because you're going to need a red stripe there. But find a beach and stay near some water for as long as you can be. All right? And enjoy your summer. Continue to enjoy your summer. So let's get into this. Dan Anderson decided that he's not coming out. He's staying inside. Now come out at all. Because him is a paid political hack and him now only work for the PMP in terms of political polling. And therefore, he must stay inside. Him complain how much the JLP not using him anymore, because he was the one who told us that the JLP not using him anymore. And I must say that as the foremost pollster in the country, not being able to conduct polls for the two major political parties is enough to question your credibility, if not destroy it. Truly. So, he might out this one. Him not coming out. But listen, the Democrats are pollsters, the Republicans are pollsters, every major news organization does their own poll. Some partner up with others. The ABC News Corp poll, the MSNBC Washington Post poll, the Fox News Wall Street Journal poll, and then there is Mr. Rasmussen, who don't give no good poll. But I mean, every university that teaches statistics and does data does poll. There are online organizations in the US that does polls. There are known and little known organizations that does poll. Every day there's a new poll in the US. Every damn day you can find 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 polls that somebody does. The thing about these polls, however, is that every single one of them, everyone, barring none, operate on a credibility level. They do. Because all of them operate solely on the mechanics. Their credibility of the poll is based on the mechanics and the methodology of the pollsters. And that is where the credibility of the poll lies. And what happens is that no matter how many polls you see in one day or in 1 week, all of them line up basically saying the same thing. 1 and 2 points behind, 1 and 2 points ahead. There might be 1 and 2 polls that come out with a larger outlier. One poll might be saying there's a 2-point lead for Trump, and in the same instant, one might say there might be a 3-point lead for Trump and a 4-point lead for Kamala. However, Reuters poll says yesterday that Trump is up by 2. The Ipsos poll says Kamala is up by 2. Plus or minus the margin of error, it's the same thing. All of them is the same thing. And it's the same thing because it can flip either way. Either of those polls can flip either way. So both of them both things are true. Reuters poll saying Trump is up to is true. The Ipsos poll saying Kamala is up to, that is also, well, I said both things can be true, because at the end of the day it is a margin of error that will count. So Trump can be up by 2 and then lose by 2. Campbell can be up by 2 and then lose by 3. But so it's a margin of error that counts in those polls. But every one of those polls come back with it. So it's the same thing. But it can flip either way, barring something the polls can't predict, like voter turnout. The polls can't predict voter turnout, can never, try as they may. Polls tell you who tell them how to vote or how they feel about a particular question you ask them. Voter turnout is a sticky point of all polls. So now, let's provide some context as to how Dayton Campbell and his sidekick Wavell Hines arrive at these numbers to shore up Mark. The polls were done in June, and it was done before the NEC. And we know it was done before the NEC because Mark, in his announcing the renouncing speech, he made reference to it as one of the reasons for announcing the renouncing. So the polls were done to find out, I would imagine, from the Jamaican people how they feel about the whole dual citizenship thing. This white man being a British man and he wanted to be prime minister with a British passport, which he constantly renewed. So I figure they want to find out how the people feel about that, and also to give some reassurance about the viability of Mark as a potential prime minister. They do have money to conduct polls, but Mark Golding can't walk with some small envelope in his pocket when him going out to assess hurricane damage as an insurance agent in PMP communities. Can't walk with a few little small envelope. But them have done sit down and pay him hundreds of thousands of dollars for each poll. Anyway, to continue. Dayton said the PNP was going to win 10 or more council seats in the local government election. And after that embarrassing loss, people were taking a little bit of a hit. People went out and support Mark who don't like him, but them went out and support the party. That's for them argument. That's their reason. Them go support a candidate. Them go spend some money. Them go hang out. Them go bring out some voters. They were feeling a little bit down because they thought that with all that they did and all the crowds that they saw and all the enthusiasm and nomination, they should have been able to pull off a 10 or 11 council win and the dumps that the government in. So people feel bad. In order to quell that dejection, that dejected feeling, they went out and they did that April poll. And I explained that to you. Even though they had the best poll to go by, which was the election itself, which provided them free data, they went out and they did that poll because they needed something big to bring back all of you in line, all of you PMP people, NEC members, constituency organizers, constituency leadership. They needed something to bring them back in line, so they went and did this poll and they came back. But after they came back with that poll, they realized that it never really satisfied everybody. It was a feel-good moment. These polls are designed to be feel-good polls. Every time it seemed like Mark going to walk into a sandbox or him looking shaky, them need something to make them feel good. So Dayton Campbell and him sidekick Wavell and them sit down with Dan and say, here, this who want a poll. But what's the reason for this one? Because we know that was the reason for the one in Ripon. What's the reason for this one? Could the reason for this one, all of us could agree that it could possibly be that they wanted something to show them what the response of the citizenry is about the dual citizenship thing, and maybe at the same time give them some additional data about something. But there's a reason now why they decide to release this poll now. There's always a reason why they're doing things, and they're as clear as glass. Them can't hide. Them can't hide them criminality and them dishonesty. Them can't hide how they operate in the shadows like common thieves who don't want to get catch. That's how them operate. So, but I'm going to tell you why they release it now. But first, let's look at the numbers. All right? And CVM didn't do a comparison of the April poll against this June poll. I guess CVM just got paid to say what the poll number is and then Dayton Campbell explain it or whatever it is. The highest poll number Mark Golding has ever had, the highest poll number Mark Golding real real poll number was in 2020 with that poll that they did, and they hid it from the delegates, that showed Lisa Anna, I think, with 42 points and Mark with 25 points in terms of what the delegates and the PMP people them say who should lead the PMP. 42% Lisa, 25% Mark. And since becoming leader of the PMP, Mark Golding numbers have been between 12 and 18%, the highest it has ever gone. It moved from 12 to 18. It went down from 18 to 14.7. Then it moved from 14.7 to 12.1. And that was his last poll number, 2023 February, I believe. Then voila, Mark made one giant step from 12.1% to bam, 37%. The Dan said 37%, which is the April poll this year. They hired the Dan to do the constituency polls to give them the result they needed in particular constituencies based on which candidate they want to place where. You remember the Wave Alliance thing, right? The 49% in Southeast St. Anne, and that fool couldn't win not even 40% of the delegates when it came down to the nitty-gritty of it all. Remember that? And that is where it all began. But maybe they were doing it before we weren't paying attention, you know? So they lost the LG. Dayton said them was going to win 10 council. Them lose the election. People felt dejected. And so they said, hear this. Make we use one of these CM Garrison polls to pick up back everybody's spirit. Because after Mark lose the local government election, he was having a literal breakdown. Yeah, man, he was having a breakdown. They want to leave him yard. They want to chuck it in. Mark was having a breakdown. I mean, Mark have had several breakdowns. Trust me on that. Several breakdowns. We just want to stop and can't bother. And then they have to prop him up back and find something to inject him with. You know? So, in this one, they decided that they're going to use the same Garrison polls that they done started to use in the constituency polls and give Mark an injection. And that is what? Garrison polls. And how do we know it is Garrison polls? It's not we guess it. It's not we saying, it's not propaganda. It was said by the Don. He inadvertently admitted that to Cliff Hughes in April and told Cliff that they went to certain constituencies to get the numbers that they wanted. Don't believe me? Go look it up. And Cliff Hughes skillfully got him to admit that it is in Garrisons that he did these polls, the one in April, and no doubt this one as well. The Gleaner, who put out that poll in April, heard what I said about it and what Cliff got out of him. I know that they heard about it and they listened it because they called. They called me. Like a fellow called me and asked me some questions. It wasn't an interview. We was having a discussion about my analysis of the poll and some of the consequences that I know that the Dan went to. It was a thing. So the Gleaner called in the Dan. And they had the Dan explain himself. And he did explain himself. And at the end of it all, the Gleaner said they're standing by him. Because he probably admitted the method by which he got those numbers and the polls. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing illegal about the method that he used. But I guess he just never tell them. Said that's the method that he used. And so the Gleaner issued a statement saying that them stand by him poll. I don't expect to see him and the Gleaner partnering on any polls anytime soon. At least with that particular method. This poll is the same poll. It's the same way, same method. Same method. It's not a CVM poll. So all the PMP people when we ask me, tell me about if we see the CVM poll. It's not a CVM poll. It's a PMP poll that they paid CVM to carry. And this time the Dan took himself and send the pedo go talk about it. You know, so make the pedophile go deal with it. So Dan go hide out and now bother. In the April poll, Mark Golding has a positive rating of 37%. In this June poll, he now has a positive rating of 35.2%. So Mark lost 1.8% from this bloated, overgrowing 37%. He lost 1.8. His negative in April were 18%, which is a very curious number. Very, very curious. I mean, your positive is 37%, but your negative is 18%. Something to write about that number. I don't have nothing to say or prove about it. Just something to write about it, just looking at all the numbers. It's something to write about it. But it is as it is. So its negative rating in April were 18%. In June, its negative rating increases to 26.2%, which is a plus 0.2% increase of his negative ratings. Let me repeat that for you. In April mark negative, it was 18%. In this June poll, his negative rating increased to 26.2%, which is an increase in negativity by 8.2%. Could this be part of the dual citizenship thing? I don't know. But let us go on and then we can make a determination about it. Now, the increase in his negative ratings is kind of tricky and troublesome, because he only lost 1.8% in his positive rating, but yet his negative rating is 8.2%. So, and it's not from the positive rating, because he only lost 1.8. So where's this additional 7% or 7 point something percent? Where did this come from? Where did this increase come from? You take away the 1.8 from the 8.2. That leave you with 7% or thereabout. Where did that come from? Did that come from a new set of PMP people in the garrison who have a negative view of him, or a new set of labor rights in the labor right garrison where they will get now and to all this number? Where did that come from? Because it didn't come from his positive rating. So that alone is a big red flag. I don't even know what to make of that. Huh? Mr. Orn's positive rating was 40% in April, and it is now 33.8%. So Mr. Orn's rating, positive rating, he lost 6.2%. 6.2%. Mark gained 7.8%, I think, in his negative ratings. Mr. Olness gained 6.2% in his positive rating. 6.2, he lost it. He lost. He was at 40, he is now 33.8. So he lost 6.2. And Mark only lost 1.8 from his positive. And I can't shake the feeling, where did this extra 6 something, almost 7% come from? Because it does not affect his positive rating. We know where Mr. Olness 6.2% went, or where it came from. Mr. Olness had a positive rating of 40%, and he lost 6.2. His negative also increases by 6.2 or thereabout. So we know that Mr. Olness' negativity went up, and it came from his positive. So there you go. We got that right. Yeah. So 40 to 33. That's 6.8 or thereabout, I think. There are no comparisons from CVM about the number. So people have to ask questions about it. You all should ask questions about it. And I can't stress enough how much you need to ask questions about it. So let's do it again. Mark Gold in April positive rating was 37%. He lost 1.8. It is now 35.2. His negative rating in April was 18%. It is now 26.2. He gained 8.2% in his negative rating. Mr. Olness' positive rating was 40% in April, and he lost 6.2 because in June it's 33.8. All right. His negative rating, Mr. Olness, was 31% in April, and now it's 37%. So it increases by 6%. So we know where Mr. Olness' number come from. Mr. Olness' negative number came from his positive number. We don't know where Mark's negative number come from, because it does not affect his positive number. His positive number is only 1.8. But that as I said, that is what happens when you're doing these over shady things. You must make a mistake. Lying liars lie. You must make a mistake. Something always not come out right or whatever it is you want to do. Just not me right. So there you have it. So CVM put it up and bring it like that. In the party standing, and I really don't want to go long, but in the party standing in April, the PNP was 36.8% and the GLP was 29%. 2 months later, in this June poll, the GLP is now 27%, so the GLP lost 2%. And the PNP is now 34.3%, so they also lost 2.5%. But it seems like the garrison, them have some whole little icky thing about them. 2% and 2.5%. The numbers that are bothering me is not even those. But the numbers that are bothering me are the amount of people that say they are not sure. And that is 19 points. That's almost 20% of people say they are not sure. And almost 19%, 18.9% who don't have a view of nothing. These numbers, as produced by Mark Golding, Dayton Campbell, are deceptive, very deceptive and very misleading. And PNP people must understand that they do these things to keep Uno in check. And no, they don't like me, they don't like you, and attack you. But this is not real. This is not real. Okay? It's not real. I want to need to hold on the leaders to account and make them give the breakout numbers. Let them tell you where they went and do this poll. Where are the breakout numbers? Where are the good, very good? Because the Dan has been hiding that from the April poll. We don't see the good, nor the very good. We don't see the bad, nor the very bad. We don't see the breakout of the poll, the communities where they went. We don't see nothing. We don't see nothing. None at all. And the poll was done before the June 30th NEC to give Mark made reference to it. He said that this poll played a role in his decision to announce the renouncing. And with all of these great numbers showing the great white man born in Britain with him passport, not renouncing, is his father give him this thing, and I am my father, and my father, and my father is me, and I am my father. And all of these great numbers showing that the white man who born in England beating the black man who born here. That's what these numbers saying, you know. That the white man who has never had a poll number above 18% since he became leader of the PNP produced polls to show people that he might beat the black man who born here. After the entire country up in arms with him about him citizenship in Britain and him attitude about not wanting to give it up. Huh? And if these polls are to be believed, and Mark Golding is actually beating Andrew Holness, then we could assume, surely, that these are wonderful polls, and basically these polls are saying that, you know, you don't have to do nothing, don't renounce, because the Jamaican people would elect you to be prime minister, even though you're British born and have your passport. That's what these are. You surely could have assumed that. Come on, 35.2%. 35.2% of people saying you have a positive rating after them see you squirming and behaving and hesitating that you don't want to give up your British citizenship. Why give it up then? Why are you announcing the renouncing with that kind of voter intention so high? Why? Why renounce? I mean, this is great, you know. This is great something. The voters say according to your poll, Marky G poll, 34.3% of people said they're going to vote for you. And 27% of them are going to vote for the GLP. Why renounce? Why are you renouncing if the Jamaican people actually say so? Because the Jamaican people really never say so. This is just your garrison poll from your garrison PNP people them who already going to vote for the PMP. I want to misleading the PMP. I want to misleading the country. Misleading the PMP, misleading the party, misleading the country about these numbers. Because it's just a simple argument I am trying to make here. It's just a simple argument. And even if you disagree with me and many, many things, come on, look at it. 34% of people them say voter intention, say them intend to vote for the PMP with Mark Golding as the leader. That is what in poll saying. Why renounce? Why announce that you're renouncing? I mean, that is high voter intention. Very high voter intention. I mean, it can change, but is at the moment is high voter intention. It's the same kind of thing you had in April. In your favor. So why announce after seeing these numbers in June? Why you went to the NEC meeting and announced your intention to renounce or announce a renouncing? After you see these numbers, what are the numbers that you have that you're hiding? That the country feel about the renouncing and the citizenship and all the rest of it. Because you have no intention of renouncing. Mark Gold have no intention of renouncing. And I said to already in the videos I did, I hope you listen. He might run out the clock. That's all he's doing. Biding time and running out the clock. Because nobody, not even him, don't believe in bullshit. Sorry if I shouldn't say that. I don't think I should use that word. But not even him should believe in BS. Not even him believe it. Because look at the numbers that him showing you. And the General Secretary, the pedophile, put it out on him page. And 18 hours after him put it out on him page, and one person shared it and must about 2 person comment. Is that a sign that the PMP people don't believe it either? Because the PMP people them know, the PMP people them must know, say, this is not real. It's a cosmetic poll designed to mislead and keep power. Alright? I'm going to wrap this up. If you add up how much people say they're going to vote for the PMP, and add up how much people say they're going to vote for the JLP, then this poll is saying, without a shadow of a doubt, that 63%, is it 63? 61%, we add it up properly? Add it up. And this is saying 61% of Jamaicans are going to come out and vote the next election. 61% of the voting public intend to come out and vote in the next general election. That is what this cosmetic, bogus garrison number telling us. Do you all know the last time 60% of people voted in this country? Any remember? The last time 60% vote in this country was in 2007. And to get 61% of persons to come vote in this political climate requires something big. Yeah, Mark could have to win the Grammy. Or Mr. Olness would have to win an Oscar. Yeah? Or something big. I mean, something big. Would have to go on. You know? Why would have to get the Nobel Peace Prize for something. Something big would have to go on. Why would have to go on the swearing in of Kamala Harris when she win the presidency. Something big enough for God to get that 61% to come out. But this is what this cosmetic poll is saying. 61% of the public is coming out to vote. In 2007, we had 61.46 turnout of voters in 2007. Do you know why we had that? 61.46% of people turn out and vote? Because it was Portia. Oh yes. PMP people was riled up for Portia. And guess what happened again? Mr. Siaga left and it is now Bruce Golding that way run. So the PMP people motivated and totally hype about Portia getting her chance. And the GLP people them glad Mr. Siaga finally gone and them getting them next great hope is Mr. Bruce Golding. So the two political divide was hype. Everybody was in them ackee and saltfish and fried dumpling. Everybody had drink beer, everybody had mix things, everybody had jump up, everybody had go peer things. Because the JP glad them get Bruce And we at Portia should get our chance now. And that is what drove that 61.46% to go to the polls in 2007. Before that, what we had? The highest thing we had before that was in 2002, when it went down to 59% because PJ enjoyed massive amount high poll numbers since 93, 67+% and 65+%, and then in his last term it was 59%, and it went back up to the 61.46% because it was something new, something exciting, something wonderful. The JLP was going for Bruce Golding because them glad Edward Siaga gone. The PNP was going for Portia because she was our inspiration. We were going for her because she was our motivation. She was inspiring. She was aspirational and inspirational, and she was our great hope. And Bruce was the GLP great hope for wrestle power from the PNP after so many years. And that was what drove that 61% in 2007. So I want Dan and Dayton Campbell to tell me what's going to drive this 61% that UNO producing in this cosmetic foolishness that UNO putting out for people to believe. What going to drive that? What going to drive that? Who going to expect that 61% of voters going to turn out in this political climate? Huh? 53 in 2011, 48 in 2016, 37, almost 38 in 2020, and the local government election, which was supposed to be a referendum and what is to come, only ended up with 29%. No COVID, no restrictions, no nothing. The government in a slump. Mark out the ball, no point up and vice shouting at the top and throat about get rid of this wicked and caring government. 29%. 29%. Whoever people came out and vote, except the base of the PNP. Whoever new people who want to get rid of Brogan. And now, this poll telling us that 61% of the people saying them coming out to vote. On take people for idiot. This is not take people for idiot. Huh? On take people for idiot. That is how it is. And so, that is my take on the poll. I don't have CVM coming out with anymore because we don't see the. I don't know. They're going to show you what I'm going to show you. Now I'm going to tell you the reasons why. The one reason why they decided to put this poll out. The one reason, just one reason why they decided to put this poll out. They decided to put this poll out in the public because we're going into a 2-day NEC next week. 2-day NEC. And maybe somebody might just be bright enough to ask Mark Golding how the renouncing thing coming along. Or maybe him just want to put that on the back burner. I don't want anybody to discuss that. He wants to come into the NEC that feel good mood. High and dip on the high ass. Yeah man. You see we ain't got a poll. What poll? Mark Garrison poll? Mr. hold this Garrison poll at the Danduk. I'm sure Mr. Hold this never asked him to do nothing. But him had to do it on both sides in order to give it a little bit of credibility. Him had to do it. And the only reason I'm putting it out now is to make sure to come into that NEC meeting, hype on this, drunk on this, and not paying attention to the other things. They want you to pay attention to this. And then Dayton Campbell will put on one big speech and tell you the polls have way up and rain. Not even them celebrating it. Them just put it out. Not even them social media people can celebrate it. How can you celebrate this? People must feel it in them bones that this is not real. There's nothing real about it. Why the hell do you feel the need to do a poll every other month? Every time some event is going to come up that might topple on the power or put on the power in danger, you're going to do a poll to keep everybody quiet. But then again, maybe it's just me with my basic school education. Maybe I'm not bright enough to think that it is not so. And all on the bright, so me an idiot and on the smart, so not no go so yeah, the poll right, and yeah, Mark up 35%, and yeah, of course, absolutely, why not? Yeah. Yes. When Nostradamus must have predicted it. Yes, I agree with you. Go ahead. Go to the NEC. Go bask in the glory of this cosmetic poll. And then, nobody ever asks me about renouncing. Because with them kind of number, you do need to renounce. Because them kind of number, you would say that the Jamaican people say, yeah, man, stay, man. We're going to vote for you. Don't everybody renounce. Why the Russian go announce them or renounce? With them kind of number. What them hiding? What them trying to do? Huh? Him a beat the black man born a Spanish town. And him born a Britain. And him a put out poll for proof to Jamaican people say him a beat the black man born a Spanish town. Because him believes that the Jamaican voting public are made up of idiots. Gits. People who have no sense. I don't believe anything them push down the throat. And well, a poll is a poll is a poll is a poll. It's a lie. It's all a lie. Alright? And that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you very much all for listening to me rant. Alright? Remember to like the video, put in a comment, share it, and if you have not yet subscribed, then please do so. Subscribe. Alright? Thank you again. God bless you all. Stay safe, everybody. And please keep the children safe.